Welcome back to another
Welcome
episode
to Ham Sandwich Night. I don't know what else. Is there a ham sandwich song?
I have no idea.
Oh,
Obi even came over here.
Yes, he came over.
Came to protect us.
Ba-da-ba-ba-da-bum, bum. It was Mario Day.
It was.
And now
March
we're
13th.
copyrighted. Now it's Pie Day, so that would be
Happy
copyrighted.
National Pie Day as we record.
The day after Friday the 13th.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
So Friday the 13th came and went. This is the second Friday the 13th. Back to back month, right?
In a row.
February, March.
Yeah.
And then the next one I think is May?
Is October this year?
I don't know. That'd be kind of cool, huh?
We both got phones here with calendars. I guess we could look it up. But I'd rather have someone in the comment section tell, it's this
I got
month.
you. I got you.
Thank you.
Well, thank you,
the
intern.
intern's job. Oh, I mean, after she makes
Is
me
that
a
why you were
sandwich.
talking about sandwiches? Did you want
I want a sandwich. One day she's going to make me a sandwich.
Make me a sandwich. Well, November.
November.
That's pretty far out.
Yeah.
Far out, man.
Well, we need to recover from the last two because Jason's been going off. Ching, ching.
Shh, shh, shh. Ching.
Is it the real Jason or is it MK Ultra Jason?
I have no idea.
Is it like an Ozempic Jason now, where the mask is falling off because his face is sunken in? Is even Jason affected by this now?
Jason's not Ozempic, guys.
Yeah, he's got those beady little Erika eyes, just like...
Oh, God.
I mean, he did go to hell.
And came back.
And so he's a demon like all these other politicians.
Yes. What are we talking about today, Brian?
Oh my gosh, did you see that? They were showing all these pictures of, like, people like the predatory class or elite class, and pictures of people from history, from the past, and how they look exactly. I mean, like these people
are actors.
Well, not just
politicians.
But like they're literal, like they're demons that have just been alive. It's like they're all a bunch of Lestats and Louis, if you will, if you get the reference. But which Lestat? You better get the reference at least for that. But yeah, it's I don't.
What's the hesitation, Brian?
I didn't know what
Do
direction.
you need my rosary?
No.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I didn't want to talk too much about demons. It's good we've kind of taken a break from the heavy stuff because the energy does get really
heavy,
siphoned from you very quickly. But we've both kind of taken a little peek and a little gander at the Erika Kirk series.
Yes.
And that chick, is she real? Is she human? Is she a clone? Is she a demon? Is she a MK Ultra? Is she a Manchurian candidate type? I mean, what the hell is with this
I don't know.
woman?
But it's not that we want to talk about her. She's fucking everywhere.
She's now, remember
she's getting all these titles.
Like the Air Force Academy consultant or something.
Did you know she was part of the Air Force? Did you?
I saw that for some reason, no. But for some reason, Trump put her in. I was like, what are you doing? Well, is that like, hey, Donald, you got to put her somewhere? Okay, well, I'll just throw her in the Air Force Academy. No one's going to pay attention to that. The Fort Huachuca stuff keeps coming up. Oh, remember I got away from Candace, but it made sense now. Because she talked about the whistleblower that said that he thought he saw Erika Kirk at Fort Huachuca the day before Charlie was killed. Or we were told that he was killed. Or shown in theater that he was killed. Yeah. And that was another point she made. Why the public execution? Why, if they want to take him out, why not just, give him a drop in his water or say he had a heart attack? But there's those things, darts and stuff that create heart attacks. Yeah. So, because I was thinking about it for a serial killer that I was going to write, that he has little droplets that give basically people heart attacks. Yeah. So he doesn't really need to even touch them. Yeah. And so it's like, but what? So she's connected with Fort Huachuca, who's connected to everything in this region. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And her parents, when were they married? When were they not married?
There's so many inconsistencies.
Yeah.
So I've seen all the episodes of Candace. I actually steered away from Candace because...
Me too.
Look, I have always told Brian, and Brian has said it as well. This is all a show. All of it's a show. As much as I love listening to Candace sometimes because she is hilarious. It's entertainment. That's what this is. And a lot of people do take it to heart, and they're like, thank you for unveiling the truth. Yeah, she is unveiling the truth. And I put that in quotes, air quotes, because this is all controlled narratives. We have to practice our discernment, and we have to really like go and again, just your gut feeling. Like you have to know what really is real and what is not, and it's very difficult because there's so much going on right now, and people are waking up. Thank God, but I just think it's very interesting. Candace. The reason I say Candace, I steer away from her is she's very good at storytelling, and she's a good researcher. I mean, she went to school for journalism. She's
genealogy the hell out of it.
Yeah, so she literally takes things and starts from the beginning, point A, all the way to Z. And she will explain everything, because a lot of people are like, you don't have the fact, you don't bring the fact, and I love that when they're like, what, show the receipts, and I'm like, she just started this series with the first episode. She just started a series. She has to lay out the foundation.
Right.
Because every episode after that was more and more how it entangled this whole family. Entanglement. Jada and Will Smith. Anyways, how this whole family, everyone, I was telling Brian the other day, everyone is part of the military. Mr. Beast has military background.
And intelligence.
Yeah. Yeah.
Usually it's intelligence.
Erika's mom has military contracts.
Yep.
And, we're learning now that pretty much everything is. We always said Hollyweird did the MK Ultra television.
Well, the town they got married was the birthplace of the Marine Corps.
Yeah.
I was like, are you freaking kidding me? What are the odds?
Yeah. So everything is military controlled, government controlled, cult-like behavior.
The hospital she was born in was donated by the Marine Corps after they got busted experimenting.
What's up with the difference of date of births? We're talking about, and we're not talking about just like a couple days. We're talking about years, right?
I thought the date, like November, was a few days.
Oh, okay. Well, we don't even know.
But even
because no one can.
Because then she said I was raised by my mom, single mom, but her dad
raised her.
Documented all throughout everything, and the grandfather, the grandmother, the Swedish terms.
Yeah, and then I just think it's funny when you show these videos of Erika Kirk talking. And I'm not saying, we have this. We're going our opinions based off of Candace research. We're going since day one after the death of Charlie Kirk.
Pretty much.
Because she did some weird ass shit on social media that we were like, why would you do this? Why would you post?
That's when she changed how she looked.
Post a video of mourning over your husband's dead body. Air quotes.
Yeah.
Because it didn't look like a dead body to me. But anyways, and then what was that for? It's like watching a movie. That's why I said this is like entertainment. Yeah. Like this is someone's life, okay? And we saw an execution. Like so, since day one we've always been like, I don't know about this chick. I don't know. There's something weird. Then she shows up in the TP USA podium, and she's like. Looks demonic with her eyes and like so angry, and that has just been consistent. Like these eyes and like behavior wise is very very telling. A lot of people have read her body language and stuff. I think it's funny people post videos of how they like work in nursing homes, and then one of the older people who has like dementia or Alzheimer's or like just something, they're like, oh, Erika Kirk's on the TV, and they're like, oh, I haven't seen one of those in a while. That's a demon. And they're like, who? And it's Erika Kirk. And I start laughing because all of us, there's tons of people going like, something ain't right.
Yeah. They always end up looking different. And
it's just the inconsistencies.
And the fact that she didn't really, like, I like how she broke it down to where it's like, it's a psyop.
Yeah.
And they use the grieving widow, so you don't ever question her.
Yeah.
Because she lost her husband publicly.
Right, and people are on her side.
The kids, wherever they are, whoever's taking care of, whoever's going to raise these children, whoever's children they are. I saw another theory that Charlie, Erika, the kids were all put in witness protection, and this isn't even her.
Yeah.
It's and then the Air Force thing now. With the Air Force thing, that was when I was like, okay, she took over TP USA. Okay, so if there was Manchurian candidate type thing or an MK Ultra type thing, they put her in place so that she could. Because again, my theory was always we had talked about this, where unbeknownst to Charlie, she was put with him.
A handler.
Without he just thought, oh, well, this woman likes me, she's in love with me.
Yeah.
But with her birth date out of whack, her parents' birthday's out of whack, the military background for her mom, the hospital, the fact that she had that Romanian group that she worked with that's big into trafficking, a pageant girl which is big into trafficking, Donald Trump being involved as far as she winning that pageant here, and how he was, but then he distanced himself very quickly from her. And then she's put in the front of the podium for TPUSA. She's in charge of it all. She fires a bunch of people, but now they need more people and volunteers.
Yeah.
It's money. I want your money. I want your money. I want your money.
And that's the thing. Overnight, she became a multi-millionaire. Yeah. The amount of stuff they sold, where does that money go? And then you're breaking down, where does this money go? Then the book of Charlie Kirk. So the money, they have all this money, and yet now she wants to go into the schools, because in Arkansas, they want to do the TPUSA club, American club or whatever. So it's too much. And I was going to draw a chart. Maybe I still will.
Is she pregnant still or not?
I have no idea. There's just so much shit.
Because remember, when he first died, I think I might be pregnant.
It's a movie. It's a great movie.
And then we forgot, and then she's like, oh, they think she's pregnant for real. Mm-hmm. And now, so was the real Erika?
No, now her mom's dying.
Well, was the real Erika Kirk pregnant?
I have no idea.
But they can't have this Erika Kirk be pregnant because she's got psyops.
She has things to do.
She's got psyops to run. And it's not for the good of anybody.
No. So, with all this money, obviously, I don't think it's going to the foundation. I think it's going for their own little plans. They want to... The fact that it was uncovered that there's real estate investments, I guess there's people in TPUSA that Candace talked about that were actually was sued, or like one of them's going to jail, or someone who's involved with all this stuff. They were getting real estate deals, or like real estate companies, to build housing for what's the messaging with what TPUSA, and I put that in quotes, the vision they have is like you should be married and have children, be married at a certain age, have children, and have like a family life. And so this real estate company they're using, or the idea of this real estate vision they had, was to make communities, to put these kids in these homes, these younger couples, younger marriages and stuff in these homes. So you're just getting more and more money by manipulating people, right? And then on top of that, with her having, when Charlie Kirk did pass, that did get brought up pretty quickly, of her being in the pageant, not by Candace, by everyone else on the internet, with the Romanian, what was it?
I can't remember.
Romanian, like...
I can't remember the name of the organization.
No, not the name. What was the program? Like fostering, or
what was it? It was for children.
Children. Okay, so they said it was trafficking. I guess the main guy, who was a military man, made it a brothel of children, which is disgusting. And I don't care if you... A lot of people are like, well, she may have not known. I don't care. You saw something. You heard something. You're there every day with the kids. You know? And I at this point, I'm guilty by association with that kind of shit, because they all know. They all know what the fuck goes on. Okay? And now, with that... So when that came out, to now, where she's at now, wanting to be in schools with this club, to me, I'm like, there's more trafficking. More children trafficking. Why do you want to be involved in schools? You're just to manipulate, to groom. I mean, because the Epstein's list got dropped, and so we're running out of children? Is that why we're doing this? I really do think that.
Well, their black market ways are being dried up because people know about them now.
Yeah,
so now they have to go back to Clinton Foundation era style.
Yeah.
Where it's like we have to use real foundations so people won't look.
Yeah.
Because why would you look at a legit foundation? You just think everything's on the up and up. They're conservatives. Why would they do this? And
they want younger couples to be married at a certain age. I think 30. I think 30 is what they were saying.
Because they have LDS ties.
Right. Oh my God. And that's the other thing that blows me away. It just... Everything is in Utah. I told you that. Remember, everything's tied to Utah. Yeah. And Utah, when we talk about LDS, Mormon, whatever the fuck, okay? That religion, every religion, I studied religion in college. It's a beautiful religion. But I told Brian, it's like, it's the people that fuck it up. right? Because people turn things, and as we have learned, religion is manipulated into disgusting things. Yeah. Almost every religion has pedophiles, has some sort of child abuse,
pagan rituals, sex rituals,
sacrificing, and it's just, I can't wrap my mind. It's not that I can't wrap my mind. I just was shocked to realize this all is linked together.
Like the Egyptian planes kept going to Utah.
Yeah.
And that's where it's like, well, this entire country, you go from Cairo
to
Utah and Delaware.
Maybe New York City makes sense.
No, Delaware. Cali. Delaware with everything that was going on there.
Yeah, because they got that little triangle thing.
Yes. It's and then all the way, seriously, Nebraska, because Nebraska's terrible, and
it was like mention Utah. Of Nebraska.
Yeah, I know. Hey, it's not you, it's just your people. No, it's just, when I heard the LDS stuff, is like, that makes sense too.
Which tracks. Yeah, it makes sense because they want large, young marriages. Young marriages, lots of children.
Yes. And
housewives, and what happens in that church. In all churches. I'm not just saying just that church. I guess I haven't read the Epstein files. I refuse to because we know what we know.
For us, it's like, we're just like, duh.
Why should I reread what I already knew? What we suspected, yeah. So I'm not going to give my energy to that, but someone had posted something about the president, this high priest, stake president or whatever. I don't know the exact title. And I was like, saying that there was abuse for children, and we've known that. There's been plenty of stories about that.
Every religion. Catholic Church, oh my God.
But when I saw that, I said, oh my God, that man, because he's a prophet, and then the prophets, they're praised, and these men are disgusting. Yeah. And then I think about, because I'm baptized Mormon, and then I think about, I don't remember if I told you when we were at dinner, or maybe I told the intern, I would fight my mom to go to church. I hated going to church. And I was like, it wasn't because I was lazy or because I wanted to sleep in. It just wasn't vibing.
Oh, that's right. You did say that, yeah.
I didn't like going there. It was so weird for me. And now finding all this stuff out, and like everything's in Utah, and in the Mormon religion, Utah, Salt Lake City, BYU, which a lot of stuff has happened in BYU related to all this. Drugs, child trafficking, Charlie Kirk.
Soaking.
Yeah, God. Yeah, we covered that in an episode in the earlier time.
Yeah.
What amazes me is that everyone goes to BYU to find a husband or wife. So we would call it, when I was in Young Women's, I would call it the meat market. Everyone who was at church and wanted to go to BYU for college, it was a meat market to find your spouse.
Okay.
And then, what is it called? Soaking? Or what is it? Soaking. They do that shit.
And someone jump on the bed quick.
Yeah, it's so gross. Everything's related to sex with minors, and everything is, I'd say, but a lot of gayness. There's a lot of homosexuality of men. Just men, because I don't hear a lot about women.
Catholic Church, they all want to do the altar boys.
Yeah, it's horrible.
They weren't molesting girls; they were molesting boys.
Right, that's true. Yeah, you're right. And what bothers me is, so Salt Lake is seen as like the homeland, the promised land. Missouri is seen as the promised land too, in this religion. And I'm just like, it's the worst of the worst. Horrendous things you hear about. Things that. And in this church, just like other churches, they want, if some kind of abuse does happen, there's rules. Like, it's better to just keep it within the church and let them figure it out versus reporting it to the police. Yeah. And I reacted to it. I actually commented from our podcast Instagram on another one of a woman saying that, and I said, are you insane? That is ridiculous. Report it to everyone. The police, not only the church, but the police. And it just makes sense because the vibes that I would get from these men in the church was very creepy.
Yes.
Very fucking creepy. All these families were at least 4 kids. At least 4 children. So imagine who knows what goes on in that household, right? I have seen a lot of weird behavior, and I don't mean sexual behavior. Just like kids throwing tantrums. Kids just like these guys being creepy, like loving children. And I'm not saying that that's a creepy behavior, but the vibe that you get.
Women go missing a lot.
Older men wanting to like play rough with the younger children. I'm like, yeah, no, you're a grandpa.
Well, Leah Remini, right?
Yeah.
King Queens, how she got out
of Scientology.
Yeah. Well, it's because that's another one too.
Yeah, that's one we need to touch base on.
It's like I said, that's another group. Scientology, LDS,
cult. Yeah.
Catholic Church. It's like it's all.
It all is cult-like.
It's all, and then the connections with her upbringing, her parents to the Rockefellers, Rothschilds, the France, the DuPont family.
Yeah.
I was like, she went and worked for the DuPont family. I was like, it's like it's always the same groups. It's the same people. It's the same families. Yeah. It's just the next generation and the next generation of evil.
But I wonder if that's why genealogy is such a big thing in the Mormon Church, because they thrive on that.
Could be.
And so when Candace starts doing the genealogy, I was like, this is funny because they push that. They're like, don't you want to know your ancestors and like see how we're all related and stuff? And I'm like, not really. I don't want to be related to any of you. And it's when you're talking about the Rockefellers and how everyone is related. That's what I'm seeing more and more of, and it shocks me because here I am. I don't know many people. But the fact that I remember that video I told you of, was it Armstrong? Neil Armstrong?
Yeah.
That I saw on TikTok. One of the fucking LDS members that we know and we were close friends was in that TikTok defending Neil Armstrong playing bodyguard. I was like, I sent it to her. I was like, we know this. We lived with this person. And I was like, this is disgusting. I was like so grossed out that I knew someone who has, because he was a high power in the church. And to this day, he probably still is. And he worked in the I'm going to say Eiffel Towers, the Twin Towers in New York, because we're from New York. And so when I start connecting these dots, I started freaking out a little bit. Not freaking out like, oh, I'm scared, but I'm just like, I don't want anything to do with these people. Like, I don't, like it's sick how we've always said it. Everything is connected, but to be this close, I don't want anything to do with this, right?
Yeah.
And so it's really sickening that these high power families, everything's military related. And we're seeing it today now with what's going on, politically, that military is, it's just, I don't know what else to say. It's just crazy how everything is a psyop. Everything is a movie. Yeah. And this woman, Erika Kirk, when this happened to Charlie, there was a video circulating of a priest, a pastor, a bishop, I don't know what kind of church or religion it was, that's predicted back in 2017 that a woman would appear and create a revolution. And things would change in the world. And I said, when Charlie Kirk passed, I said, it's going to be Erika. I said that, and I told my friend, I said, watch. She's going to be a force to be reckoned with. But I thought in a good way. Huh. Not with what we know now. Yeah. And then the vibe the day after, and like, while they're doing this, did they even do an autopsy?
No.
All that stuff, I'm like, this woman, yes, a revolution of demonic shit.
They didn't have anything. They didn't have a funeral, graveside. They didn't do anything.
Who the fuck knows?
He was just gone.
Yeah.
Everything was just gone.
Yeah.
Just like the trial. It's just, do you hear anything about it ever?
No. Yeah. What happened to the trial?
Oh, well, actually, I did think I just read that.
It's not publicized.
No, I think that was because the Patsy, Tyler Robinson, was trying to say, not have everything basically be hidden from the public, and the judge said no. So everything could be, but we all know that's not who.
It's all fake.
It's not who killed him.
Yeah.
That's probably why they wanted the trial covered from the public, so they could just rush through it. No real disclosure, no real anything, no details. Yeah. Once the details get out there, people just look at it and say, no.
Right. Everything is no.
No. But they just keep So what government does, they just keep feeding it to you over and over until the circle becomes a square, and you're just like, oh, okay, well, and then you go online and you got a bot farms just telling you no.
So this is the thing. what I'm seeing on the algorithm and just the news media outlet with these stories that pop up. So this Erika Kirk is everywhere. She's got the title of the Air Force Academy.
Something with them.
Something with the Air Force Academy. She wants to take TPUSA into the School of Arkansas and other schools. There's videos of her talking to high schoolers, and she has no idea what she's saying. She looks so damn lost. And she's talking about family and marriage, and that you can do what you put your heart to, but she can't even express that clearly. I said it better than what she tried to say.
Yeah.
She loses her train of thought. And so, like you said, is she MK Ultra or a clone? I put those two together side by side because it's either way it's manipulated, either a body or the mind, right? So it's just like.
And it was the board of visitors.
Someone dressed as her, huh?
It's the board of visitors. So now people who coming into the academy, the visitors to the people coming into the academy, which will be the youngest of the young. Yeah. That's who she's going to be dealing with.
What the fuck does she have to do with that? I have no idea why they.
To see who the MK Ultra people could be.
Yeah, who's
a good candidate for it. Yeah, maybe which families to bring into the fold.
I thought that's what the SAT scores were for.
No, that's all bullshit. There's nothing to the SAT. Seriously, that doesn't matter at all.
No, that's how they pick their people.
Because remember, she was saying how. Did you hear that part where she was talking about how it's amazing how all the geniuses are always the elite, rich, powerful.
Yeah.
People actually think Bill Gates is a genius.
No.
Because he went from computer software to vaccines and
he's not
weaponizing food. And it's like, what is that? What have to. Elon Musk with his 50 kids from like 18 people. Yeah, he's just a genius, brilliant, $1 trillion. He doesn't. People have already said he didn't run his businesses. He got the patents. He got them.
Yeah.
He didn't know anything about this stuff, but it's always the same. Like regular average person on the street.
Yeah.
If they're a genius, they have a breakthrough. They're killed. These people that they find a way for clean energy, dead in a car accident. Genome therapy or stuff with cancer, dead. If you're not in the family, if you're not in the club, and if you're not willing to sell off your research so that they can control it, you're dead.
Yeah.
There's no average genius on the planet. It's just it's all the powerful, camera ready.
Yeah.
MK Ultra people.
Yeah, it's so true. The biggest thing is the inconsistency. So if we look at that, now I'm not saying she was the main topic because we have a bunch of other people we can list that is very, very similar to all this. But inconsistency is like her saying she never dated anyone until Charlie Kirk.
I know.
You have what is that show called? Not Survivor. Something, I can't even remember the fucking names now. But she's basically doing an audition tape. She only dated, seems like, sports players. Basketball. I don't know if the guy was a baseball player. Yeah, Mariners, so baseball player. And then I'm like, you said you never dated anyone until Charlie Kirk?
They think we're stupid. They just don't. They don't think the people are bright.
Right, but that's what I'm saying. Like, really? So that's inconsistent. And then the whole thing with like how they say Nicki Minaj is another psyop. Like, let's throw this out there so people can like this woman or this side of the line or whatnot. Is Charlie Kirk was like, yeah, like why would we want to listen to that kind of music? And she's praising, I love this woman. She's telling, she brings her out on stage. I love this woman, and I'm like, Nicki Minaj is married to a pedophile.
What do they give her?
Nicki Minaj is fuck. Like, if you look into Nicki Minaj, she is crazy. She's another MK Ultra.
I was gonna say,
just like Cardi B. Yeah,
they're handpicked.
They're handpicked. Everything's handpicked, and so I do believe. So there's 3 theories I have for Erika Kirk. MK Ultra clone. So either she was completely electroshock therapy when she disappeared for that year. Electroshock therapy, like you're going to be a religious woman, you're going to go find this man, and we need to control everything from now on.
Yeah.
Or they, like, have her somewhere underground, so they have all her, like, genes and body tissue and everything they can use to reclone her, or, like, whatever. And someone else is playing her role, because the inconsistency in bone structure, especially in the nose,
Maxwell.
Eyes, yeah. The other one is witness. This is a low percentage witness protection. she's out with the kids and Charlie Kirk. I don't know.
That one made the most sense to me because Charlie started speaking out against Israel, and then I'm sure it's probably either you're going to stop this rhetoric or we're going to take you out.
Yeah.
He's like, well, I can't stop. He goes, okay, well, here's the deal. Mm-hmm. You got to fake your death. Well, you and your family. Yeah. Well, you'll set up somewhere else. We'll go to Valhalla.
Yeah.
In New Zealand.
Right.
That's why Cash Patel says, see you in Valhalla.
Yeah.
Like, why would he say that to a Christian? He's not a Viking. Yeah. He doesn't believe in that shit.
It's a hint.
Yeah.
It is 33rd hour.
It is telling the puppet masters that they completed the task and he's there. Because you don't think they risk communicating on a regular basis. Yeah. They communicate through the press, through cameras, and through code. That's why they have to have certain people, because you have to be, not everyone's camera friendly. Not everyone can handle being on camera. Not everybody can handle the pressure of being in the public eye.
Right.
So you have to have a very specific personality.
Yeah.
And then you just LSD and groom them and MK Ultra the hell out of them. And then you have the perfect soldier. You have the perfect person to just do what they're told.
Yeah. I really think there's a common theme with what we're seeing nowadays, because now Britney Spears has made the news saying that she got a DUI. And everyone is saying, we hope that she receives the help that she needs. And I say to that, what the fuck are you guys talking about?
Yeah.
Because I have said always, I have the same 3 theories of Britney Spears. Either she was, which it seems like she was MK Ultra. She was experimented. She appeared in the Epstein files many times. And the psychological manipulation of that being, because I don't even know if she's alive. There's a theory that she's dead. MK Ultra clone. I also have the theory, and have always been thinking this since her erratic behavior from the conservatorship, is that she's in a same thing, underground somewhere where they can reclone her, use her tissue, but I think she's more of like being used for sex trafficking. Because she was a Disney star.
Can you imagine how many people say, hey, I want Britney Spears for a night?
Yes! Yeah. And why do you think and even though they say it's someone playing her, like dancing and stuff like that, but you don't think, and they say like it's green screen, I'm like, you don't think that's maybe in a bunker somewhere, and they're like, dance for this millionaire that just paid $2 million.
He's going to take you to this back room right here.
Yeah.
You don't want it? Well, here's the drug.
Yeah.
Because why else would a teen pop star that they put in a schoolgirl uniform, what was Hit Me Baby one more time? Was he like 15 years old? Why? Why do we think that is ever okay?
No.
To do that with any of these stars, to put them in such revealing, provocative shows, videos, everything, because they're auditioning, not for us, for them.
Yeah, I will give you the perfect example. Taken, the movie Taken, displayed that so well. Everyone's like, "Oh, it's a movie." No, that shit happened. That is real life shit. Yeah. Movies tell everything.
Yeah,
and that is the type of shit I'm talking about, where people are literally in a mansion. In one area of the mansion, bidding on these girls. Yeah. And Lady Gaga, Bad Romance, that music video shows how she's just standing there and people are bidding as well for her. And then she has to go sleep with this dude. I mean, guys, it's right there in our faces.
Yeah. And I think all of these young Hollywood stars went through that.
Yeah. Look at Justin Bieber and Selena.
I bet DiCaprio, I bet everybody.
Oh, yeah. I don't know about DiCaprio. Was like, they use him so much.
I guarantee you they destroyed him. People like River Phoenix back in the day who then died. He was an overdose. Probably had him Corey Haim had him so messed up. I mean, these things are just to think that to anybody said, well, that just walk away. You don't understand. You don't care.
Yeah.
And this is where the saving the children really comes into play.
Yeah.
We never hear anything about it because since the Epstein files drops, it's just, again, I always say it's basic. One man, all they care about, no matter what happens, and they just dismiss everybody else.
I do like, and I did want to talk about Ellen, because I do like that people are, I guess she showed up again on social media saying some shit, and people are like, what about the children, or your cannibalism?
It's like, I'm sorry that things have gone this, I'm sorry that, things have happened like this, and for the pain. There's such what are you talking about? You talking about eating Anne Heche? You talking about...
And people are like, what happened to Anne Heche?
You talking about the pizza parties with Sandra Bullock or Jennifer Aniston?
What happened to Twitch?
Selena Gomez.
Yeah.
I mean,
Justin Bieber.
Twitch,
she wouldn't leave Justin Bieber alone. and she had P. Diddy and brought kids to him on the show.
One of the biggest, her and DiCaprio were two of the biggest cannibals, allegedly.
Yeah, allegedly.
But like I said, when
she's vegan, by the way.
Like I said, when Leo's next movie comes out,
everyone will be like, Oscar.
Flock into it. Well,
yep.
And the Oscars
are happening right now.
Well, the Oscars, which is a ceremony,
yeah,
that they reward those that are the biggest in the club for what they've done.
Yeah,
it's all symbolism. The Oscar itself has got symbolism. The Oscars are symbolism. Yeah, it's all it's all Baal.
Yeah,
Baal and Moloch are the two ones that they really worship. But Hillary was mostly Moloch. As far as her, she's wanting to save the children. She's wanting. I would just lead you.
I made the mistake. I made the mistake to go on her Instagram because, everything you see online, you have to do like your research to know if it's true or not. And even then, is it true, right? Well, that Newsweek posted that she came out with merch in regards to the deposition of the Epstein files. But was it like something about till the cows come home?
Oh, you had it. I thought you still had it on your phone.
No, I turned all that shit off because I was tired of seeing it. Anyway, supposedly, I couldn't find anything.
Oh, what was it about? They can come after me as much as they want.
Till the cows come home or something like that. And I went and I said, let me see if she has this on her page.
Because she... And it's the theater there with Hillary. They bring her up to the deposition, and then they leak a picture of her in the deposition so that she can get mad and walk out. And the only story of that whole thing was that they had leaked a picture of her. And they dismiss everything. I never met Epstein. I never did anything. And then people flood the internet with pictures of them together.
She's like, no.
And Maxwell at Chelsea's wedding, which you don't just invite anyone to your high-profile daughters. The way Epstein set up the Clinton Foundation, everything.
I don't know this, man.
Yeah, and now you got it up there.
So the theme merch is "Hold Me in Contempt Until the Cows Come Home." She has hats, t-shirts, sweatshirts, and it says, "Your purchase supports progressive groups and leaders fighting for our democracy until the cows come home." I don't know how true it is. It is from Newsweek's Instagram, which, again, this is in-depth analysis, news, and opinion about international issues, technology, business, culture, and politics. I don't know how true that is, but I went on her Instagram to see what was up, and this woman has the nerve to post about saving children.
It's so wild.
And I'm like, lady, you have an alleged video of... She said, stop child marriage, stop the cruelty among children. And I'm like, lady, you have an alleged video called Frazzle Drip.
Yeah. Which created that whole symbol for... Castaway,
right.
Everything.
And Ellen wears it, Jay-Z wore the sweatshirt.
Because they tore off her face, and she wore it, while her Huda friend killed the girl.
Yeah, and so I think it's disgusting that these people have so much to do with children, but again, there's no outrage about that. There's only for specific people, or one person, and people still give into Oscars, the SAG Awards, the Grammys. No one should be watching that after the release of these files and people going, oh my god, it's all related. These people actually did what they did. Yeah, but you still watch that shit.
Yeah, still keep going.
You still watch it.
Like I said, I took that one photo down off my wall.
Yeah.
Because I found out that, Rainn Wilson, he was just as big
oh my god, yeah.
And
I wanted to meet him.
Just as big as Chrissy Teigen.
Yeah, his tweets are disgusting.
Disgusting. And I didn't realize it. I didn't remember it.
No, I had no idea until
And now it's like, I saw that and I immediately no, I don't want it, no. And I hate that his name's on my house bill. That's why when Bill Moseley comes, I don't want him to sign the disc because I don't want another name. I don't even know if I really even want that disc, but the other two names I'll never get again. So it's like, I just want to just white out his name. Like I don't want that energy on my disc but you're right that we don't protest that. We don't protest like we've said. All the protests that went on about Tesla.
Yeah.
Keying Teslas, burning Teslas, dealerships. Mm-hmm. Anybody who drove, people had to put bumper stickers saying, I didn't, I bought this before Elon was Doge. All because Elon was just trying to root out government corruption on behest of the man that you all hate.
Yeah.
But Bill Gates actually involved not only in the Epstein and what he did to children, but experimenting on and us, our food, our mosquitoes, the African children, And now lab-grown meats can be sold in grocery stores everywhere. He's going to go for butter, cheese, everything.
You already got the fruits, too, with
He's
that
got
peel.
fruits with the A peel.
Mm-hmm.
Not one damn thing about boycotting Xbox by boycott. You'll boycott Scream 7 because Melissa Barrera was,
Tell him.
got fired for her Palestinian, which again is so fascinating because Hamas would want her dead as much as anyone else, but she's fighting for them, so they fire her. So people protest because she got fired for taking the side of a terrorist organization. But Bill Gates is safe, and we don't say anything. Where's the Les Wexner stuff? Where's the Kathy Rumler stuff? Where's any Jamie Dimon? Where's all this stuff? Congress votes to suppress sexual misconduct and their slush fund.
Yep.
And there was only like 57 out of 435 Congress people that voted like no.
Yeah.
Only like 57.
Yeah.
Nobody batted an eye because they couldn't redirect all this stuff to that one man. So again, it goes back to what we say, and this is why we're on the same page. We didn't want to talk about these subjects too much because we're talking to nothing. We're talking to dead air. Nobody gives a shit.
Yeah.
And until it comes on the algorithm, then it's like, oh, this is horrible. Yeah. He should be impeached. Well, what about all these other people? Everyone. And they're like, well, of course everyone. It's like, but you never mention
anyone else.
We should be like knocking down Bill Gates' home, dragging him out by the wig, and putting him in cuffs and making him put him in deposition rooms for the next 3 months, making him explain all these things.
Yeah.
Why did you have to give your wife antibiotics into her food when you were an Epstein Island visitor?
You're so right, because there are content creators who talk about every single thing they've seen on the Epstein list, and they mention Bill Gates had the antibiotics, and not a single person has said why. People do comment, why is this man not in jail? But the outrage is not enough, because people, this man, I haven't read the Epstein files, but according to all these people who have and are on the fucking internet crying and vomiting and all this stuff, they say that Bill Gates and Jeffrey Epstein were into genetic manipulation. They were into all this shit. They were saying all this stuff that went on.
It was the cloning, I think.
Yeah, but this man supposedly tortured children to experiment on them, but yet we still don't have people doing like what they did with Ellen. Like, Ellen, shut the fuck up. What happened to this? No one's questioning him. Why? Why is no one questioning him?
Operation Paperclip, all the way back to there, where they were bringing all the scientists here. That's why I said, Area 51, the New Mexico Ranch. That's why I didn't think they were aliens. I thought that's where they're doing.
Yeah.
Because if you wanted a facility that you wanted everybody to stay out of, you could say, hey, look, we got aliens in there, so we have to protect it. We can't let you in.
Mm-hmm.
Do you really think that maybe there's something else, deeper, darker, than whether or not there's an alien in those bunkers in New Mexico?
Yeah. And people have been talking about how Zuckerberg, Bezos, and Bill Gates have bunkers.
The technocrats all do.
They have bunkers, and people are like, why are we not worried? And I'm like, that's a good question.
There's theories of all underground cities, like the New Mexico Zorro Ranch that Epstein had that no one talks about.
Yeah.
All they'll talk about is how Trump was on the plane. But they don't talk about that he was on the plane from, 93 to 96 or 97, and the Epstein Island wasn't bought till 98.
Yeah.
But you don't care about that. You don't
all
care. But then I said that's why I keep getting pissed. They don't care.
No.
And that's why it's like, part of me is like, fine, can we just get Trump out of there, so all you fucking liberals out there will just calm down, wake the fuck up.
Will they though?
No, they won't, because then if they move, then there'll be another Republican to hate, because that's the psyop.
Yeah.
The Republican is more important to hate than this evil, demonic pedophile ring that encircles the globe, that involves every world leader, every technocrat, every oligarch, everybody. Yeah. Everybody that you worship, that you celebrate. Thankfully, not as I look around, and not a lot of the people because we're very picky. And if we hear of somebody that's been involved, I don't want to go see them. But this is where we have this ability. Like I said, Elon Musk was made into be a villain for looking in the government, which again is all this money laundering funds that's used for all the. You think they're spending all this money on condoms? Do you think they actually spend it on? Do you think they actually spend it on gender research? No, they spend it on human research.
Yeah.
But people don't care because all they care about is just they just gave you the one man.
Yeah.
Here, hate him. He's the evil one. I mean, it's like to the point to where it's like Trump is killing all the kids. He ate them all. He dumped them in lakes. There was no Epstein. It was really Trump in a latex mask, like Scooby-Doo style. And now we've ripped off the Epstein mask, and it's Trump. He's like, I would have gotten away with it too if it wasn't for you damn kids, because that is the only. I mean, seriously, he first it was 1 kid, then 12, then 30, and then
there's
80,
like 127
and then 120.
now. Or is
yeah, and I think the girl that originally, that 13-year-old Ashley, I think isn't she being charged now with falsifying records? Like, she's under investigation now for lying about being assaulted by all these people. But, and again, we've always said, if he did stuff, or if he's covering for them,
absolutely,
off with his head.
Yeah, and that's where he's at now.
But off with, he's obviously covering for the, he's covering, and even if I don't think he knows the specifics, which he probably knows some, he's covering for the release of the blackmail file that is Epstein.
Yeah.
And that's why we're in Iran, and that's why bombs are going. I mean, that's why everything's, and then again, it's even with that, it's like, hey, if we can root out an Islamic regime that's held back Persian people forever and stop shooting and killing their own, and oil can be now all ours, and the Strait can be ours, but the Zionists is in control, is it really that bad? Because evil Islamic people are now not controlling that whole area, firing missiles every 10 to 20 years. But even though, as I say that, the price of oil just went up again because another bomb dropped, because for some reason a tanker catching fire with unrefined oil affects the price of gas on University and McClintock for some stupid reason, even though the gas is already sitting in the pump. Because it's all a game. It's all a show. And it's, hey, we got to jack these prices, make things look bad, so that way we're going to fight and argue now over oil and gas prices.
It's to create fear. So
we don't pay attention to all this shit that's already out there. Because if we finally stop and say, hey, wait, look what all of them did. Yeah. We might, I mean, we're a bunch of pussies now. I mean, that's what, like, I was watching the reading thing where it's like Boston Tea Party. It's like they raised the price of tea like 2% or taxed you, and Americans revolted. Yeah. And fought back. Now we're sitting at 28 to 35% taxes and all this pedophilia going on, evil satanic rituals. And we're just like, well, the price of gas. It's like,
I don't give a fuck.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
I'm sorry if your donuts are now more expensive. You can't put more sugar in your body to get fat.
And why the fuck are you eating donuts? Like,
I just, this is why, we've been kind of redirecting, our content, because it's, once we both get going, it just pisses us off, because no matter what side you're on,
there's no logic.
Just get out of your side and realize that we're all in this shit show together. We're all on the side of the boat that is capsizing. We're all on the side of the boat. Oh, while they are sitting on the luxury, coast, like sitting there in the hotel eating, steak and lobster. We're out here drowning.
That is the thing. No one, like, everything. Look, I'm gonna say till I'm blue in the face.
You're blue.
Everything is connected. Yeah. Everything. Every fucking little thing is connected, and I don't care who you support and who you don't. They all know each other. Yes. They're all part of the same club.
They don't hate each other.
They all cover each other. They all
hate each other.
Hit each other in the elbow, and they laugh. And that's the point. Create fear for the average normal person, and create fear. God damn it, I lost it. Create fear, because everyone is fearful. Like you said, gas is low. Now what? So they don't pay attention to the food. Oh,
World War III, we're all going to die.
World War III, but they're not paying attention to the other war that's going on.
I feel like I'm back in the 80s.
Isn't Pakistan and Afghanistan throwing bombs at each other? I saw something about that. No one's fucking talking about it. No. And so, it's to create...
What happened in Russia, Ukraine?
Yeah, it's to create fear, and to do what I'm about to do, is look at all of us sheep, which I'm not going to consider myself a sheep, but if there's a bunch of sheep around me, I guess I'm part of it, right? Yeah. Is to create fear and to look at all of us while they're, like you said, eating their lobster, filet mignon, maybe a human being, probably McDonald's food, and going, they fucking, look at them. Look at them fight amongst each other.
Can you imagine them sitting
Look
there,
at what they're doing.
Sitting in their ivory towers. Like, I think with some of the headlines lately, Look at them all bitching about a USA Hockey men's team.
Exactly.
Look at how easy that was. Yeah. You know, oh my gosh, they were serving McDonald's. We served the McDonald's. The hockey team got McDonald's. Yeah. Look at them. God. People are. Oh, look at them pissed off because Cash was in the locker room drinking a beer. Look at how stupid they are. Look at. Hey, what do you want to do next? What do you want them to do next? Dance, monkey, dance, and that's all we do is we do our little dance. Our mock outrage, our fake outrage, our we hate this. I see it on X all the time.
Yeah.
They just mad because Pete Hegseth and the DOD or Department of War just spent like $93 billion on steak and lobster and everything, but it's for troops. And they do it all, and the videos of the troops going, well, no, they do it all the time. Apparently, they showed a picture of Michael Obama, like serving a massive ribeye to us because they did it too. But now it's like, oh my gosh, that could have went for healthcare. It's like, so when would we have ever gotten money for healthcare? Well, they could have fed every family. When would they ever going to feed us? One, government's not supposed to feed us. Yeah. They're not supposed to hold our hands and take care of us. We're not supposed to have a welfare state.
Wouldn't that be a dictatorship?
Well, that's what they that's the flipperoo dipsy do. What the left and the Great Reset wants, they just accuse the other side of doing it. So don't vote for them because they're the dictator.
So we actually get it.
They're the dictator authoritarianism. So don't vote for the evil mean man that's a pedophile. He's a pedophile. He's a pedophile. And then you don't vote for them and they're like, cool, we got the pedophile back in office. And it's like, look how we pulled those strings. We don't need Dominion. We don't need voter ID. We don't need this shit. Yeah. All we got to tell them is how evil the other side is, which isn't good. But again, in the lesser of two evils, I'll take the Zionist over the George Soros Great Reset crowd because I'm not ready for grasshopper pace. But it's just, but we won't fight back. So we have to pick a side because that's my side to pick and deal with someone who is compromised and might have done stuff, but I'm never going to vote for someone who is actively involved in the cannibalism, satanic rituals, all this stuff. That we know from these rabbit holes. There's no doubt these things happen.
Yes.
Some of the things on the other things on their side, gosh, there's a lot of fire and there's a lot of allegations, but I've never seen in any of the reports from all these documentaries anything about him, anything about his actions. Other than, like I said, now maybe covering, which is bad.
Which, again, makes you part of the...
But when you look for someone who you're going to support, you're going to look for support the side that did it, that is actively doing it, or the side that's not letting it be uncovered. It's such a shitty situation, and it's a shitty choice. Mm-hmm. But I don't want the people that are doing it back in power so they can keep doing it. Yeah. So I don't know what the answer is.
Well, I still think obviously it still goes on. They're just running out of supply.
Well, I don't know. Those shipping containers keep coming in. That's why they have all these...
From other countries. From other countries.
Yep.
Look, again, I didn't want to get into this, but like a couple months back, when all this shit started happening, like the politics, I was talking with a friend, and she was like, let's move to Spain. Let's move to Belize. And I was like, Spain sounds kind of cool. And then I just saw a video that the president of Spain is allowing everyone from whatever fucking country to come in free, and we will legalize everything of like citizenship. And do you know what they did? They panned to the line of people lined up for this. Yeah. All Middle Eastern Muslims. Men. Yeah. And I said, what the fuck?
It's all Europe is.
Why do you want to go to Spain?
It's all Europe is.
So which country is not infiltrated by so many different... There's Texas.
We are the closest.
Is getting infiltrated right now.
We are the closest.
New York.
We're the closest because we can still vote our way out of these things.
I don't see
the EU is completely compromised. That's why they hate Trump. That's why they hate America. That's why they hate everything, because it is truly us versus them. Yeah. It is. Like I said, this is my theory. It is Zionist, so it's Israel and the United States. Excuse me, against that Great Reset crowd.
Yeah, I just think it's look. It just seems like with everything that we're seeing in all these headlines, which I don't follow these headlines. It's just things that pop up in the algorithm, or just simple things like watching a movie and all of a sudden we're getting political in the fucking middle of the movie. That's a comedy, okay? Like, I just think it's hilarious that they're showing things to everyone, and there is selective outrage as always. But I'm just like, guys. Again, they're laughing at us. all this has been exposed, and people are like, no, there's redactions there. Of course there's redactions. Everyone is crazy and evil. And I'm just like, guys, wake up and realize that this is, everyone is involved. Everyone. And we have been saying since Biden was in office, it's evil against more, even more evil, okay? There's nothing more to it. It's not good or bad. There's evil against more evil. And there's just so much going on. People are talking about Agenda 2030, and I think that's hilarious because we've been talking about it for how long?
Long time.
And I can only hope, I have a small glimpse of hope that we can at least shift it where it won't be 2030. It'll just keep getting pushed back and pushed back.
I think it already happened. That's why Trump was such a monkey wrench.
Yeah.
Because I think he knocked that plan out of whack.
But I just think there's just a lot of theories going around now that there's a possibility, I don't know. I don't really care about the voting being delayed or, like, will we be able to vote if we're in the middle of war? I don't know the rules. Yeah, I don't fucking care, to be honest. It'll be fine. Because it's not my reality, They're worried about some false flag attacks. That's why the California... Did you hear about that?
Which is so... And
the
again,
U.S. Bank Tower?
Well, the U.S. Bank Tower, and then the threats, the drone attacks, which Fort Huachuca plays a part of.
Well, the missing drones, you mean?
Yeah.
The missing drones, I have to say this because I think it's so fucking stupid. The missing drones that the U.S. military cannot find. I will repeat that. The U.S. military cannot track drones, but they can fucking track you if you don't pay your taxes.
Absolutely.
They can identify you by facial recognition. Absolutely. But we can't find drones? You mean we have all this sophisticated technology, infrared, we have 5G, 6G towers, where we can get the signal off of someone's cell phone, and we can't find the fucking drone? It's a lie.
They found every single January 6th person they wanted to find, I'll tell you that.
Yeah?
Threw them all in jail. They found everybody protesting in front of an abortion clinic. They found all those. Yeah. They can find you and me, but they can't find...
drones.
For
military.
Electronic drones that have to be remotely piloted.
Right. Right.
And Fort Huachuca is right there within striking distance.
It's not funny, but it is.
But it did its part. It created panic. It created unrest. And again, the price of gas gets to go up again because there's unrest. Yeah. There's very big possibilities of false flags.
You have been saying that for a while.
I have.
You're like, get ready, the false flags are coming. And it started with the shooting in Australia.
The people I listen to, they don't miss.
They've been dead on.
They're over the target, and that's why they are universally hated.
Yes.
Because if you're over the target...
Or you question.
But I don't know if you'll see an American soil attack. I think you'll maybe see some cyber attacks and some threats.
Yeah.
I think what you're going to see is what you're seeing as far as individual shootings, like out of Austin, and then what was it, in Michigan? Uh-huh. There was another and then Mandami, he had somebody try to throw an explosive at his building or something like that.
In New York,
because there are sleeper cells. That's the whole point.
Okay.
The whole point of the 50 million that came across from Biden's term was to put the sleeper cells in place.
Look, I'm just gonna say this to the general public. You know this, guys. Sleeper cells is not a new fucking thing.
No.
It wasn't only during Biden's administration.
It was Cold War of Russia.
When 9/11 happened, sleeper cells were even before then. Okay.
80s.
Yeah, guys, do you not watch movies?
Have you seen the Americans?
You remember that show 24?
Yeah, I love
it. It says what happened.
Like I said, the Americans. It's called the Americans, but it's a story with a couple from Russia that are sleeper agents, and they graze their family here and report back to Russia, and they're spies.
Yeah, there's a lot of that.
And sometimes they're called to do some things to people.
Yeah. And
that's been going on since the 50s and 60s.
Yeah.
China's had people here forever.
Oh, I know. Yeah, guys.
Why do you think they're able to have sex with all these American women, have Chinese babies, and ship them back to China?
Yeah.
You think because with one child per person, how the hell does China have 3 or 4 billion people?
Yeah.
They don't.
Yeah. It's very funny how all this just circles back. Yeah. They're all connected, and I think I really believe all these people we see on social media, their spouses are handlers.
Mm-hmm.
Erika Kirk was the handler of Charlie Kirk. Ellen, I don't know if her wife was the handler, but Ellen was the handler.
Want to hear a wild one I'm starting to think of?
Oh, yeah, what is it?
Melania is Donald's handler?
Yes, I would agree with that. And I think Candace's husband is her handler as well. I even think Candace is a clone or MK Ultra. I mean, we know she's controlled opposition. We know these people are, but it's entertaining for me because I'm petty.
The reason why I wasn't sure about Candace is because of how the entire conservative ecosystem came after her when she did this Erika thing.
Right.
She split from them.
It's very... I can't get a really good read on Candace.
But for her to fall in love with her husband on day one, they get married like that.
And when they did a podcast episode together, she said that he was a Jew, and the way he looked into the distance at like someone, and I was like, wait, what? He's a Jew? Like, I was like, oh my god. And just her too, she looks different. The facial... Yeah,
they always end up looking different. And they can't get the cloning right.
No, there's always something off, and I just
like with AI, how it's like 6 fingers. Somebody was saying,
or like fuzziness of the hair and stuff.
My last point is there's this theory's going out because Bibi Netanyahu, his last few pictures have been like 6 fingers, like AI generated.
Really? Okay.
Like, did he die?
I thought he had cancer, or he was diagnosed.
Same
with
with Biden. Remember Biden had stage 4 cancer. None of it's real.
He showed up at the funeral.
None of it is freaking real.
I want to do a skit of the Jesse. Is it Jesse James? Or what's the name of the guy that died? Jesse Jackson?
I think so.
He, you know I'm horrible with names. I really don't give a fuck.
I think it was Jesse Jackson.
Jesse Jackson. Didn't the Sun say, let's not make this political? And the 3 fucking Democrats went up there and made it all political.
It became a political rally.
And then Kamala, I was like, why are you even talking? With your words, that we burden, what do we have unburdened? I was like, guys, this is the slap in the face. This is hilarious. Yeah. This is them laughing at us.
Yeah, because we are stupid. Well, why wouldn't they? We won't do anything.
I know, but
we'll yell at each other all day long in comment sections.
Reality TV had its purpose.
Like if this episode, say, were to reach 10,000 people, can you imagine the comments we'd have backlash for just theories? Because we will fight each other to death.
Yeah, over
theories or critical thinking.
Yeah.
But we won't fight a thing when it comes to what they're doing and what they're feeding
in front
us.
Of our face.
From the food to the water, the air to everything. We won't do a damn thing.
Yeah.
But we will yell and scream at each other all day long.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
So, yeah, I think we should totally do a deep dive of lists of all the people we think are handlers, because there's plenty. Yeah. Justin Bieber, Selena Gomez, Ellen, Candace, Charlie Kirk, Kanye, Britney Spears. I mean, we go on. There's plenty, and we wanted to talk about how it's so crazy right now. There's so many things happening, and they're all over the place, but yet all related somehow. So, make sure you get some sun so you can get some vitamin D and feel happy.
Get some chemtrails in you,
Yes, a little bit of chemtrails. I saw 2 planes instead of 4 the other day, so I guess we're going down on the chemtrails.
They got our levels just right. And no cloud seeding here. Let's let it hit 105.
Yeah. So make sure you go outside, get some sun, and touch grass. Okay, bye!